What is up, everybody? Man, we got a good show. There's so much going on in the golf world right now, and we've got a lot to talk about. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. This is the Chasing Daylight podcast.
How
Gentlemen.
you guys doing tonight?
Oh, look at you jumping right up, jumping right up there.
I was going to do that, but I was muted.
Oh, what's up, fellas?
How you doing?
Sup.
I'm doing dandy,
up,
man.
what's
The golf world is a buzz right now, man. There is so much going on. What do you want to get into first? What do you want to? I got a list we can go over, but got any roll the dice and see what pops up, and let's.
How about Tiger predictions?
Ooh, that is a great place to start.
Do you think that I'm sure he had already planned on playing, but the way the atmosphere was going at Waste Management, I'm sure he got the itch and he's like, I'm doing it.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure it was pre-planned though.
Hey,
he knew he was going to play.
I said it months ago. He was going to play this event. Also, I did say he was going to play the Farmers too, though. So,
Yeah.
theory's
Well,
not.
your cookies are in the mail, so don't worry about those cookies.
Can
you imagine
my cookie
for
cloud?
calling it? Yeah.
All right.
Can you imagine if Tiger played the Waste Management?
Yeah, that would be sick. And when's the last time he's played it? It's been a long time. I mean,
it's
yeah,
not
that
his
ace out there before the stands were even there. Like,
yeah, it's not his jam. It's the same thing with Vegas. He doesn't play Vegas anymore. It's just
that.
Yeah.
There's just
It would
something.
be mass chaos.
Yeah,
but
could you imagine that crowd? I mean,
I would.
It'd be much worse than it already is.
probably.
Tiger, please don't come. Here's $10 million. Don't show up.
Yeah. I mean, we had streakers this weekend. We had long beer cups, beer snakes. Like, man,
Dude, it's funny. We'll come back to Tiger in a second, but I think it's hilarious that ever since like people going streaking out onto the fields and football and baseball and everything, they're like, oh, we're not showing that. We're not condoning this. Well, now you got 16,000 people with YouTube and
phones,
TikTok and Twitter that are all live recording it. It's like, just show the guy so everybody can have some fun with it.
Yeah.
But man,
I feel like he should just get he shouldn't even go to jail for it.
Well, he's a legend now. I mean, good Lord.
100% like legend.
And it's a couple people sent me the clips, and I'm like, yeah, believe me, it's the only thing on my feed right now is this mullet bozo running around. But hey,
I hope they tested him for jumping in that reclaimed water.
Oh,
yeah,
that looked pretty nasty when he jumped in there.
He's gonna be sick for a couple days.
Yeah,
he's got to be, man.
Quarantined.
He's gonna start a whole new strain of COVID.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everybody in Phoenix is ill because of this.
I just can't believe how far he made it. Like, really.
And hey, I haven't seen like from beginning to end, but the clips that I have seen, he avoided the bunker. So I respect. Thank you for staying out of the bunker.
Well, I seen him on 16 green, and then he was 17 water. So he made it a ways.
A long ways.
How did he make it through that tunnel?
I know, right? Without being
so strange.
Well, did you see the guy pointing him, telling him where to go? This way. Go this way.
No.
As he was leaving 16. Yeah. There's I don't know.
Planted.
Yeah, I don't know if somebody that was an employee or a marshal or somebody, but they're pointing him down the tunnel through to 17.
Wow.
That was, I mean, good Lord.
You made it a good ways, man. I mean, what else do you expect from the WMPO? You know what I'm saying?
The wasted open. Goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. It happens once a year. And Jeremy, we said this driving back from Coyote. I'm glad this doesn't happen every week because it would be nauseating. But
it fits the bag. Like, it's the one that it happens at, and that's what we need. We need one, and we're done, and we got it out of our system, and we don't need it at every event. But it's great. It's great when it happens. Like, I love the Waste Management.
I like the celebrating. I love the cheering. I love the crowd. I love the excitement when good shots are hit. But stop throwing shit on the course. Just
Yeah,
stop
I'm
throwing shit on the course, please. It's.
yeah.
I mean, they're sitting there trying to make.
I don't know. I kind of
You,
like it. Like if there's an ace on 16, like I'm down with throwing shit on it.
but there wasn't. I mean,
There
uh,
wasn't this week. Yeah.
Adam
No, there
Hadwin,
wasn't.
the last group on Saturday. I mean, which was a hell of a way to finish. You hit it to 6 inches, and then John Rahm drops a 40-foot putt. You know, all those people that have been out there all day long. What a way to end it. But it's like, did you really need to throw all your shit on the golf course?
Not for a birdie. For an ace, yes. I can see it, but not for a birdie.
It was the closest shot all day. So
Yeah.
I just quit throwing your trash on the course. Come on,
Well,
you
it's
drunkards.
the management of waste.
Well, at least they got a good crew to clean it up.
I think
Professionals.
the star of the week was the course. It looked the most amazing that I've seen it in the past several years that I've watched it.
Those greens
Wow.
were fast.
Those greens look great.
Yeah.
Greens look great.
They rolled
The
like
whole
pool
course looked
tables.
perfect. Mm-hmm. And it was actually great. Not that I like to see those guys struggle, but seeing them put it off the green into the water and they're playing super
Right?
defensive with their approach shots.
Yeah.
That was fun to watch.
Well, it was crazy that you get a 128-yard shot and all of them are hitting it long. You know, like long, like 10, 15 yards long. It's like, man, these are the best players in the world. And
Well, even final round. I mean, John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler, and Nick Taylor
all
all
missed the
like
green.
missed left. That was
Mhm.
I loved that. That was
Did
great.
did you see any of the drop conspiracy theories where everybody's complaining about the drops for Scotty Scheffler, that he's
No, that's just a
improving his
master's
lie?
continuation. I mean,
And then
Mm.
the Xander, do you see the thing about Xander? No Lane Up was talking about it.
mm,
He hit his tee shot. It was behind a tree, completely stymied. And he asked for a ruling for Joe's favorite rule. You know what that is, Joe?
what's that?
Your favorite
Half
rule?
point skins,
No,
skin splits. I don't
no,
know.
no. A burrowing animal.
Oh, I do like the burrowing animal rule,
Yeah. So
especially out here in the desert.
the first rules official said no, and so he asked for a second opinion. Second rules official comes and says, "Yeah, burrowing animal." So he got relief and apparently hit a really good shot. But they had the NLU guys were great about it because they were like, you know, you hit it in the desert. That's your bad. You fucked up. You know. So
Yeah,
so you can get relief for a hole that an animal dug. Could have been an hour ago, could have been 6 months ago, but you have to play your ball out of a divot. I mean, where are we at,
yeah.
golf? Where are we at?
I do love the burrowing out animal rule in the desert. I do.
You like it because
It's a good rule.
because you don't have a rules official. You just say it. Burrowing animal. I'm in the dirt.
Well, I check. I double check. I'm like, the burrowing animal? No, yes, yes, no. And then most of the time it's a yes. So it's a
'Cause
burrowing
I'm not
animal.
gonna tell you no. I trust
If
you.
there's a hole there, I mean, that looks like it's burrowing and there's a tunnel,
Oh,
what
and
else would create a tunnel in the desert
you
besides
could
an animal?
completely screw up your downswing because of that tunnel.
I mean, it depends on where it lies,
I
but
would like to see the footage for the person that came up with, we need a burrowing animal rule because on my downswing the ground caved in and I
it is
shanked my
interesting because
ball.
it's not in the field of play. Like it really isn't. So
No, I mean,
really it's probably OB for the most part, but
well, you hit it 15, 20 yards off the fairway into the desert. Sucks to be you.
yeah.
I mean, it's the best
Mm.
players in the world, and hey, not saying that they're cheating. Just saying that those guys know every rule and they know how to take advantage of every rule. So they're following the rules 100%. But I
Yeah.
think some of the rules got to change with that. That's
I mean, it is interesting, like burrowing animal rule, and then like you have to hit out of a divot.
right. So, like I said, an animal that dug that hole, who who knows when the hell that hole was dug, you know? Little
Or
Johnny
what
could have been playing
animal?
in the desert and stuck a stick down a,
Mhm.
but it's like now, hey, we need to bring in the mole cam and see if there's an actual animal in this that has burrowed recently. Have some geologists on site to determine the ground. No, you hit a bad shot, suck it up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool
Yeah.
with it, but
They're like, that's what, like when Phil found the sprinkler head in the bushes. I was totally gonna hit this, but there's a sprinkler head where I'll be standing dig deep in bushes. Oh, how about Trey's bush shot on 4? Jeremy, you remember that? Swung left-handed. He was
Oh, yeah.
behind, so he's, if you're looking at the green, he's behind it up on the hill, has to swing left-handed, hits it, and it pops up and then dribbles all the way to the green, and it hits a twig right before it gets to the fringe that slowed it down. Otherwise, it would have gone. It would have been right next to the cup.
Mhm.
Mm.
Crazy shot. Okay, so Tiger predictions. What are you thinking? Top 10, top 20, missed the cut, wins. Are you taking him in
I
your
think
one
he's
and done
gonna
this
make
week,
the
Joe?
I think he's gonna make the cut.
Yeah.
I could see him making the cut. I don't see anything much further beyond that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to see him out there playing.
Totally. Yeah, I
See
mean,
him
that's what
walking,
matters.
no cart, just playing some golf. Course
Totally.
that he loves. He knows his tourney is going to be. I don't know what to expect.
I mean, it just, I mean, it just really depends on his hands and his putter. Like, because Riv's one of those places you got to putt really well.
Mhm.
So I think it really depends on that. But I
Zoysia
can see him making the cut.
making the cut. Tiger makes the cut. All right, we'll put it up there. Tiger's making the cut. Let's see. Did you like this being the elevated, limited, you know,
It's not elevated, it's
what
designated.
designated, elevated purses? Sorry, designated event with elevated purses. Did you? Because there was some of it I thought was done really well that hyped it up a lot, and then on the other hand, it kind of, with Scotty running away with it at the end, it didn't have the climax that it could have had JT or Spieth putted better. Ricky went on a run if he would have stayed hot. There's a bunch there. I mean, stacked field. But
I thought it was really good. I mean, there was one point where I was a couple points probably where I looked at the leaderboard and it was like, I know all of these players, like, and I
Mhm.
know they're all brand name players. Nick Taylor being the one that probably most people don't know, but other than that,
elite.
you had Rom Scheffler, Jason Day. I can't remember who else was up there, but it was stacked. I mean, the names were up there, and
Oh yeah.
I think it played out fairly well. Um, Ricky playing good is awesome for a lot of people. Jason Day playing really good is great for the game, and I thought it lived up to a designated event for sure. I mean, there was a lot of guys in the field that obviously the field was stacked, but I think it worked really well. It was the first
Mhm.
time where I really felt like I want to watch every second I possibly can of this golf tournament. You know,
You
of
feel
the
that
year.
same way,
Like,
Jeremy?
Yeah, I do, and I think the course was I think it played super difficult, which I think made it even better.
That
I
first day
mean,
was brutal.
it's tough to tell the outcome. I mean, they just it's a super popular event every year, so they designated it or whatever, and I think it lived up to it. The course was hard. What did Scheffler finish at? Was it
19?
like
18
was
or
it?
19? It was
He was
18
nine.
or
Yeah,
19.
18 or 19.
So he played. I mean, he was 16 under last year. Was what he won last year, and it was 16 under.
Yeah, and after
So
day 1, I didn't think anybody was gonna get to 15.
no, no, for sure. But I think they got used to it because you'd see a lot of people hitting it shorter, and they would just. It was weird how the ball would just bounce on the green, sort of, and then spin. I
Yeah.
think that it maybe took a day or two for people to really figure it out.
1900 is what he came in at. Nick Taylor was
Okay.
17. Then Rom, JT, JD, Sam Burns, Sung Jae, Jordan, Terrell Hatton, Wyndham Clark, Xander, Ricky, Adam Hadwin, Patrick Rogers, Dylan Fratelli, Tony Finau finished 14th, Charlie Hoffman, Seamus Powers. I mean,
I mean, for the most part, like all those names are super
oh,
recognizable.
everybody knows. I mean, that's
Besides
golfers
like
know.
Taylor, Hadwin. I mean, to your average golf
Unless
consumer,
you're
like that was
Canadian.
it. Yeah, unless you're Canadian for sure. But most golfers recognize most of those people in the top 10, top 20.
Yeah.
So I think it lived up to the hype for sure.
So do you think they started with this one because they knew there was going to be just sellouts and mass people, and it just helps even more for them to look, hey, look what we're doing? Because the crowds they're going to be good at Riv. You know that.
Mm.
But they're not going to be Waste Management good. I mean, that's a whole nother level of golf nuts and lunatics and drunks and
Mm-hmm.
party atmosphere, concerts and all kinds of crazy shit going on. I mean, LA is LA. You know,
Yeah.
it's going to be a party too, but not like that. How do you think that's going to affect what this week's going to be like?
We're Nish and Chris, two very amateur golfers, on a quest to play the top 100 courses in the UK and Ireland, after Chris set this challenge on a drunken Saturday night in my kitchen. Join us on our frequently humorous journey of a lifetime as we grapple with the logistical and financial challenge of playing some of the best courses in the world, as well as grappling with our games, because let's face it, it's never just about playing. Sometimes the score matters too. Listen to the Top 110 Golf Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
It's obviously going to feel a little quieter and less rowdy, but I mean, Riv is a classic course. It's one that I think most people look forward to seeing every year. At least I do.
Me too.
And the field's usually really strong. And with Tiger, I think it's going to be less crazy, but still one of the best tournaments of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I think Scottsdale kind of like helps with the crowds. Like it's easier to get crowds in there than it is
Mhm.
Riv, because Riv is so packed, like tightly
It's in a
compacted.
small section of town.
It is, yeah. I mean, but with Tiger being there this week, like there's gonna be people out there, but I don't think we see crowds like we did this weekend until Players Augusta. You know, like
Yeah.
obviously it's gonna be a little bit toned down this week, with less partying, more like country club atmosphere. But with Tiger being there, there's gonna be people out there for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure as soon as he announced that, their ticket sales went through the roof.
I love some of the press conferences where people are
Oh, they
asking, like,
were.
Tiger's, yeah, they're like, oh, he is, oh yeah,
Yeah, those were great
you know, yeah,
reactions. You know,
yeah,
caught him
those
off
are
guard,
awesome.
and yeah, I mean, anybody moves the needle, it's him.
I
Absolutely
mean, 1
him.
year later, man, after the accident, he's playing. Like that's it's incredible.
Well, isn't it? It's 2 years, isn't it?
Is it 2 years?
I think. Yeah, it wasn't last year because
It's a half a year, no? Didn't they play Riv 6 months ago?
or what?
I'm
6 months
kidding.
ago?
I'm kidding, guys.
Well,
Chill,
man, I was so
chill. Yeah,
confused.
Golly damn!
Come
How
on,
much
come
whiskey
on,
have you had
chill out.
tonight?
I haven't had any whiskey tonight.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Adam was calling you out yesterday. That was hilarious.
Yeah, you gotta give me till 7:30 at least. Well, it's past 7:30, so
It's way past 7:30. Okay, so I was thinking I wanted to do something special for the Netflix thing. Unfortunately, nobody reached out to us to preview the show beforehand, like all the other people that are talking about it. So we're gonna watch it with the common folk as it comes out. So, a couple things. One, are you gonna binge the whole series right away, or are you gonna pace yourself?
I'm binging.
You're binging,
Oh yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll stay up all night for it, but I'll get in as many episodes as I can. I might break it out into 3 nights or something like that.
Okay. All right. Because
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
talk about it, but I don't know if we should do like a episode 1 breakdown and what we thought, or just like this is the series. This is what we thought.
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll
Okay.
see how we do
The
it.
first one is what did they say? Was it
The friendship
Spieth?
between Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas.
Yeah. And the last one is Rory. At the the FedEx Cup. I know there's one with Scotty Scheffler, and there's one
with Tony.
Is there one with? Oh, really? Oh, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, it's Joel Damon.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
I mean,
2 days away.
Man, have you watched any of the tennis one yet?
Tennis one?
Yeah, Point Break it's called, I think, or Breakpoint. Breakpoint.
No, have not.
You've watched the F1 though, right?
I watched the pickleball one.
Shut up.
Mr. Wagner in that one.
Did you guys see the ping pong one? That one's great.
The pink. What a dick. No, the F.
Some of the F1.
The F1
was incredibly produced.
The F1 is phenomenal. I mean,
I've watched a little bit of it, but I didn't get into it.
Wow, you need to spend a little time on that one because
I tried,
especially with F1 coming here. Because it just every season just gets better on that show. But the tennis one was surprisingly good. I really enjoyed it, and so now with the golf one.
Well, you used to play tennis.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, not
interest in tennis,
competitive or anything. Oh,
I prefer ping pong over tennis.
I watch a lot of tennis. I love the major championships. It's. I mean, those 5-set matches that go on for 4 hours. Those guys out there playing that long and still going at it after 4. It's amazing for me. Unbelievable.
I can tell you like tennis by your hat.
What the hell does that mean? What's wrong with the hat?
Vegas tennis. That's what it says, no?
Oh, this guy. Wow.
I thought it was the bend profile.
It is the bend profile.
Okay, wait, hang on.
The bend profile.
There. Is that better? Is that
now you're
Now do I fit?
You're a BMXer.
Now am I cool with you guys? I'm a BMXer. Leave the hat alone, dude. It's a VGN hat. You should be so lucky to have one of these. Not that you'd ever wear it.
Change it to VTN real quick.
No, I can't play tennis no more. It would be the Vegas Pickleball Network before it would be the Tennis Network. Look at that. More money coming in. Side games are getting big for the VGN. Joe had a dilemma today. What is he going to do?
I did, yeah. I did.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm in the middle, so it's tough for me, but got to go with the big boys, I guess.
I think you're in a great spot. I think you're in the ideal spot. The low handicap in the net division.
For tournament wise, yes. Skins wise,
Skins is tough.
Skins is tough.
I'm in a tough spot.
Thing is, you never know what hole you could hold out from the fairway. You could get a birdie. It's happened before. It's rare. It's really hard.
Roll of the dice.
It's hard to get a gross skin because they get canceled out the majority of the time.
Yeah.
But
I'm good for I'm good for 2 birdies, like per round. For the most part, I'm good for 2 birdies. So
it might be the day that you chip in for eagle.
It could be. And all you need is 1 with the pot. So
yeah. And there's a couple short drivable holes that you can reach there too.
I know roads very well. I feel comfortable at roads. So yeah, we'll see. I'm just excited to play golf because I didn't play this weekend. So
and get out there. And you can't play tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and sneak out this week though. With my sales manager. So we'll see.
What day? Look at see. He's like, nah, I don't want to.
We're the same division. I don't know.
Oh wow, it's like that.
No, I don't know. It's gonna be a quick commitment. It's gonna be probably the night before we come up with it, and we'll see. So, but yes, if there's open spots, you will get an invite. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Thank you. I'd like to play one time this week that's not at Coyote Springs.
Yeah, I mean, we might do like a Desert Willow. We might do a Legacy since it's close to work. So we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be down for that. Coyote was treacherous yesterday. So I'm playing better. I'm playing better off the tee. My iron shots are a lot better. And so yesterday I was pumped. I'm like, 'cause I've never had like a great round at Coyote. I've had good rounds. I've had rounds where I played better than I should, but I've never had like leaving there like fist pumping, like, yeah, I just kicked this fucker's ass. Always just an ass kicking all the time there. Jeremy played really good yesterday, really good. Trey had a couple bad holes, but played really well. And Julian's Julian. He just hits the shit out of the ball. But I found out that my issues with that course all is from 100 yards and in. Because I put myself in so many scoring opportunities yesterday that I just couldn't get the ball on the green or to the green where it'd stay. And I mean, I hit a lot of greens and it either roll through or roll back. And then when I did hit the greens, I just had crazy putts and I left so many putts on the lip or lipped them. It just, the strokes game putter, by the way, did really well.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, welcome back.
It came out really, really good. So, but yeah, it's just, man, that's where that course is tough. It's not crazy hard off the tee. It's the approach shots. They're tough.
Yeah, you got to put it in the right spots. I mean, and you got to putt well.
I mean, I was really happy with my game off the tee and where I was leaving myself to hit the approach shots. And I mean, small window of where you got to put the ball on there to leave yourself opportunities to score. And I mean, even taking an approach to, okay, I'm not flag hunting, let's just put it on the green. It can kill you there because you're off by just a little bit. You got a 60-foot putt,
that
over
breaks 18 times.
Oh my God. Jeremy had one yesterday that was just ridiculous. Just so many crazy putts out there. But
yeah,
I think the thing with Coyote is you almost have to play flag hunting because the pin is on the flattest part of the green. Like if you miss,
true.
you could be 50 feet away. I mean, there was a couple like that. You hit it like a few feet from the hole and it's either ripped back off the green or it's taken a slope and now you're putting through a triple break, uphill, downhill.
And you got to chip off. That chip you had on the first hole. He was above the hole, up on the embankment to the right, and it was a back right pin. And oh my goodness, that was soft as hands. Julian comes up and goes, "I want to touch those hands. They're so soft." That was just a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
But yeah. So next time I play there, I think maybe the flag hunting is, like you said, a better approach, just to try and get it close, and I had an issue committing 100% to those 100-yard shots. That it's one of my favorite shots to hit. And I just didn't have it.
You have a lot of, seems like for me on some of those holes from the back tee, it's like I have too many long irons into greens. I mean, some of them are, there's a few that are wedges. There's par fives are sometimes reachable. There's a couple that aren't really reachable for me. But there's a lot of like mid to long iron shots into greens, which is, you have to hit it so high to stop it. Otherwise, you're like trying to land it on this small part of the front of the green so it rolls back because the greens were quick. I think they were the fastest I've seen them in
a while.
Yeah, I know, quite a while.
And 14 was on the top of the hump. And I hit my approach short left, so I had to chip up to it. And I thought I hit a great chip, and I had this 10-footer that it didn't look like it was downhill at all. I knew it was a little downhill, and I just touched it, and it almost rolled off the green. I mean, just crazy, crazy. They were good. I think they rolled great. I didn't have an issue with the way they rolled. Course was a little beat up, but I
I
think
mean,
that's just
that's what
winter and
makes that
water.
play so great is like you could play it 100 times and it's going to play different every time and it's always going to be a challenge. And I think that's one of the reasons why we love that course is because it's always different for the most part.
Yep.
Um, it's always a challenge. Like you could be on top of your game and it's still going to present a challenge to you. I mean, I've walked away from that course feeling like I've played very like pretty good and and that's a great feeling, but it's a tough spot. It's like unbeatable, which is amazing.
Right. I agree 100%. All right, let's get on to the next thing. So, well, we'll do Super Bowl. Joe, you had to work it, so did you get to watch it while you were working?
I worked until like halfway through the first period or first quarter. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I got home in time for second quarter and the halftime show. Thought it was a really good game. Uh, Big bummer to William Hill for going down, and they're still down.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I'm
Uh-oh.
calling them out. I know the radio shows. I listen to some of the sports broadcasts in town have mentioned it, but they didn't throw out their name. But William Hill went down during the Super Bowl. I wrote them a because I was going to bet on the Chiefs when they were down by 10 money line, and I couldn't put that bet
Yeah,
in.
me too.
I was going to put it 50, maybe $100.
At least 1,000. I mean, at
I
least
mean,
1,000.
25 G's like all day. But that's a big no. And I did stop by the William Hill Sportsbook by Theo's daycare today just to like double check, make sure it wasn't just mine and your apps that were down. And he said, yeah. And the employee said, I hope someone sues him because I would have placed a bet on this Chiefs because I had the Eagles and I would have hedged my bet. So,
Wow.
but he has no doubt in his brain that they're going to give us some free bets.
They
Last
always
year, I
do.
guess last year it went down too in the
It
Super
did.
Bowl.
Yeah.
And they gave everyone a $50 free bet. So he said this year it better at least be 100. So we'll see. But yeah, Super Bowl was good. Not a huge fan of Rihanna, but I think the stage sets were cool.
Dude, that
Being
was
in that
awesome.
being in the atmosphere, like with the rigging and the stage, floating stages. Kanye did start that though. I stage design that was sick. But yeah, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. The hold, I mean, it was a hold, so it just got called. So
Yeah,
it
I
is
mean,
what
you
it
you
is.
the can't. I mean, the player even said that he
He
held
held
him,
he
he
yeah,
grabbed
he
him.
said it. I
But
heard on the
that's
radio today, like Belichick was when the opposing team was wearing white jerseys, they would wear white
white
gloves, and
gloves. Oh
that
yeah,
could be something. So I don't know. The preparation was better. I mean, it's hard to go against Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes. So I don't know. I thought it was a good game. I enjoyed it. I'm
yeah.
not a big football guy, but
I liked. I just it sucks that you have a play like that helps with the outcome of the game. The same thing with the penalty when he got hit out of bounds. Total. I mean, total by the rules, that is a penalty. But it stinks when the play on the field
totally. But it is
can't
what it
decide
is.
the outcome. But it is what it is. He doesn't hold them.
I
Different
do want to give
story.
a shout out to I don't know the player, but he stayed inside at the end of
Yeah.
the fourth quarter,
Yep.
slid to keep the
To stay in
clock
bounds, keep
running.
clock running.
That was brilliant.
That's what you're
I
supposed to
went,
do.
like I saw it and I told
That's
Katie, I was
the
like,
anti Chris Webber play.
that was amazing. Like that dude had so much situational awareness at that point. Like, and it's so hard to do that when you're there, like two
Oh,
yards from touchdown. Like,
I'm gonna score a
obviously, you
touchdown
want to
in the Super Bowl,
exactly
or
like
I'm gonna take a knee.
so much situational awareness. Like that was like props to that dude. I forget his name, but that was I was like, oh shit, what a smart motherfucker that dude is right now. It was really good.
Did you see anywhere if that would have affected the spread or the over in any way if he would have scored?
No, but I do know Vegas needed the Chiefs. I know that for sure, because the Eagles were the favorite, which is most of the public bets on the favorite. So, that could have been Vegas. Who knows? Sports books in Vegas do run sports for the most part, I would say. I'm not an insider or anything, but I'm sure they were smiling at that play.
Dude, how crazy is it that 10 years ago you couldn't even mention Las Vegas during a football game, and Vegas and Jersey were the only places besides Indian reservations in the country that you could bet on sports. And now the Super Bowl is going to be in Vegas, and and nobody can bet online here unless you're participate with a like William Hill or MGM or stations. You can't DraftKings. I mean, DraftKings. Nobody here can do DraftKings.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
How far it's
crazy.
come.
Yeah, and I mean, Chick-fil-A wouldn't come here because of the morals of the city, but Chick-fil-A's all up in this bitch now. So
yeah, they are, and they're on the strip.
Times have changed. Yeah, times have changed.
You can get a chicken sandwich and a blunt within 10 feet of each other.
Yeah, and place a sportsbook bet.
It's nuts. Oh, they're like, we have a bunch of customers that we have not tapped into yet.
Yeah,
we're just gonna pump the chicken sandwich smell out the vents onto the strip.
I'm sure that's what they do.
Have you seen that one that's in front of Planet Hollywood?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, it's like a walk-up diner. You just walk up to a window off the strip and chicken sandwich, and let's go.
Yep. It used to be at Pink's Hot Dogs.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, I went to Pink's once in
L.A. Hollywood.
Last time ever.
Ooh,
didn't end well.
The one in Hollywood is good stuff.
Yeah, I've been to
That's
that
the
one
original
too.
though.
Okay, Jeremy, I'll ask you: did you have a favorite commercial if you watched?
I usually do what the opposite of what everyone else does, and I did not really watch the Super Bowl.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
I think I turned it on with 2 minutes left, so I saw the controversy and the ending and all this, But I saw the Chiefs win. But
all right, Joe.
So I think I saw a couple commercials. I heard there was a few. What's the TV streaming that confused the hell out of everyone?
Tubi?
Yeah, Tubi.
Or Tubi?
That was pretty funny. And
Yeah.
I think that's a genius.
I looked at my remote. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
So guilty.
Yeah.
Erica's looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm not touching it.
Yeah. I didn't see the halftime show. I, of course, saw it on Instagram, but.
Oh, you can watch it on Apple TV right now.
Oh.
Yeah. They have the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a diehard Raiders fan, and I'll watch every game, and I know the depth chart and everything about it. But man, I just can't get into any other NFL. It
was tough for me as a lifelong Cowboy fan that's now a Raiders fan. So I couldn't root for the Eagles because that's just you can't do that. And I didn't want the Chiefs to win because they're the Raiders' biggest rival. So there's like. Yeah. Okay, I'll just watch for the commercials. And there wasn't really any good ones. And I mean, these people are paying ridiculous amounts of money. And it's like, could you hire some people that know how to write good commercials? Because it's just, I mean, bring back the Budweiser frogs. Good Lord.
Yeah, those were the days.
I will say, like, me growing up, so I'm not a big football person, but back in the day, my birthday's in January. And my birthday fell on the Super Bowl many, many years, January 25th. So Super Bowl is one of those days where I feel like it's somewhat special because my birthday fell on it so many times. And I'm like, I gotta eat. I gotta enjoy the game. I gotta hang out with people. And so it's one of those things that it does feel like a holiday for me because my birthday fell on it so many times. But I kind of disagree on the commercials aspect. I think the Breaking Bad popcorners commercial was really fucking good.
Yes, the Breaking Bad one was excellent.
Yeah, that was a great commercial.
Yeah, I heard that's the last time he's going to be acting as Walter White was in that commercial. That's what I heard.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean,
the last time we're going to see Walter White.
I mean, there's no reason for him to.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
But I thought that was great. That was really good. It was cool to see those two together again. I mean,
it was cool to see all the people in it.
Yeah, it's such an iconic show. Like, that was a really great show, and it took over TV back in early 2000s or whatever.
I've
But
been begging Erica to watch it with me again. She just will not do it.
yeah, that it was a great show.
Did you guys watch Better Call Saul too then? Or no?
I've only seen a few.
Yeah, I didn't get into that one as
It
much.
was a little slow.
It took a little while to get into
Yeah,
it.
it was
Yeah.
slow.
Took a little while to get into it, but it was pretty good.
Thanks for tuning in to ESPN. ESPN NFL pregame show, postgame show
Post-game show.
with Chasing Daylight.
We're here for you. Okay, so let's bring in our good friend Matt Gontarek, the weatherman, to talk about this weekend.
What's up, everybody? Matt Gontarg back again with another forecast for the Chasing Daylight podcast. A huge weekend coming up for the Vegas Golf Network. Matt, I am so excited, man. My tee time is about 9:06, I believe, Saturday morning. It's going to be awesome. Great weekend for weather, too. Things look dry, so that's fantastic. The upper 50s, close to 60 this coming Saturday. That's the day. First weekend, the tournament for the Vegas Golf Network. Excited for it. Beautiful weather to start things off. Lighter winds, passing clouds in the afternoon. But temperature-wise, we're in the upper 50s and 60. Can't complain about that. Then heading into Sunday, if you are golfing as well, mostly sunny skies. Temperatures in the low 60s, lighter winds. Looks like a beautiful forecast for the weekend. Can't wait for it.
Doom, 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 doom. Glad somebody else is excited, as I am, about this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm a nervous wreck, too, by the way. This is our largest field that we've ever put out. We have a handful of new players. So it's going to be good. I know there are some other people that want to sign up and want to join. Had a new member sign up today. Brandon Reese, thank you so much. This is another gross player to compete with Jeremy and the likes of those fellers. But I know some people are waiting to see how this first event goes before they commit to the full season, especially people that have friends that they've been telling, hey, you should come out. Well, let's see how the first event goes and let me know. So really want to hit this one out of the park, and I think we're off to a really good start. I got all the pairings done, so everybody can check that out on the Golf Genius app or on Discord where I posted them. I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped. 60 players. I mean, who would have thunk it that, 2.5 years ago when there was 10 of us getting together to play at Las Vegas National, that here we are, with a 60-man field. Pretty freaking exciting. So, and this is the good news. So last year, we had 2 divisions. We had a gross division and net division, and we paid out first and second in both. Now, if we had a sponsor like Chip Shots and T-Box Coffee, they sponsored an event, we took that money and added it to the purses. So sometimes we paid out first, second, and third. But for this event, we're paying out first, second, and third in 4 divisions. We got the gross division and then 3 flights in net. That's awesome. That we went from 4 payouts an event to 12.
Yeah, pretty wild.
That I'm excited about. I think people really like what we're doing, and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have Mike Video Wizard out there. I sent an email out to all the players today asking everybody to, hey, if you can, show up early. Come out early, be there when the guys go off the first tee. Let's gather around, make it like a, first hole at the Ryder Cup type event with, 60 golf nuts from Vegas, all there cheering on the first group that goes out. So first group, so it's Mackenzie, Jeremy, Dan, and Sean Rowe. So
Mackenzie Hughes is playing?
Yeah, well, Mackenzie McMillan.
Oh.
She is the only lady that joined the Vegas Golf Network. She is a stick. She plays to
I
a
hope
plus.
she wins. I hope she beats all you guys.
Man,
she might.
Did you see how many people withdraw from the next event? Speaking of the next event, we have 55 players committed to that, and it's in Pahrump. Never imagined that would happen.
Yeah.
So
We
freaking
might have
geeked
to
about
take a
that.
party bus out there.
Well, if Adam was playing, yeah, we'd have him do a party bus
Yeah.
for us. And then today I opened up the registration for Paiute, the first major of the year, and we've already got 25 people signed up for that.
That's awesome.
It's
Yeah, pretty
amazing.
crazy.
I'm so geeked about this season, this group of people we got, exactly what we want. So let's keep our fingers crossed that everything goes as planned on Saturday. According to Mr. Gonteric, we're going to have some decent weather. Hopefully the wind will stay away. The course plays good, and we have ourselves a day.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, and what did I say? It's $650 right now, and well, we got some more that just came in, so it's probably up to close to 800 now for the gross skins pot, which is, hey, the gross players asked for it. They wanted more money. They wanted to make this, worth their while to come out, and $800 pot for skins is not too shabby.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Joe, how is your game ready for it, Joe? Are you going to be able to keep Soul Golfer at home for 5-6 hours?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played for what is it? 12 days now, 11 days now, but sometimes you might need a little break just to figure it out. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see. Very comfortable at Rhodes Ranch, so I'm excited for it. Yeah, I mean, my two birdies are going to be pushed, like I said earlier in the group chat, but hey, one could catch, and I might be able to buy some formula for the daughter that's coming. So we'll see.
Yeah, I got to go buy 12 Visa gift cards. People are going to look at me like I'm a freaking crackhead.
You coming to the baby shower?
I don't know. Did I get an invite?
No, it's
No, you know what you should tell them when they ask you about the gift cards? Just say your tech support called you and said that they need a bunch of gift cards. Let's see what they say.
Oh no!
Said you have a virus on your computer.
There's a little screen that pops up that says you have to understand that there are scams out there and that you are at risk, and you have to agree to those terms. They're finding themselves all kinds of ways to stay out of, getting in trouble.
What a world!
It's crazy. Who was I talking to that talked about they wouldn't let them have a certain amount of drinks in a certain amount of time? Was that Sunday, Jeremy?
I don't remember. No, I don't remember that.
Somebody was telling. I know. Gosh darn, I can't remember who. Maybe it was. Yeah, it was Eric. That's who it was when he was here. He was telling me that at Twin Peaks, they in Dallas, they were there, and he had a couple drinks, and he ordered another one, and they wouldn't serve him. Said, no, you can't consume that many beers within an hour.
Wow.
And so he's like, you can give me my check because we're leaving and never coming back.
That's crazy.
That's how businesses are regulating their responsibility for someone leaving and killing someone in a DUI accident. Hey, we cut him off. We didn't let him have the drinks. So,
wow, that's crazy.
Very crazy. So, yeah, Eric was in town last week, and I picked him up, brought him up to the shop, and bent my irons. Pretty happy with him. I hit him really well yesterday. Just not well enough to hit the spots I was aiming for, but
solid contact was made, especially out of bunkers.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Well, I don't want to tell the secret, but Eric I told Jeremy about it, but I don't want to just let everybody know about it. Gave me a bunker tip that was like, and made so much sense. And holy crap, does it work?
Interesting.
I was in a lot of sand on Sunday. A lot of sand.
So there's no PXGs coming your way soon.
Nope. He did a fine. He did a fine job. The 8-iron was a little stiff, a little aggressive. He had to really get in there and, but yep, got them all bent to 2 degrees, and I don't address the ball with the high toe anymore.
Nice. That's good.
PXG is too big for Matt.
I do. Oh, Joe, I do have some Corey Paul wedges coming.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Customs or just blanks?
He may do a little something to him. We'll see. I'm a minimalist when it comes to that stuff. So
yeah, you're a
Does he do different
minimalist.
grinds and stuff?
Yeah.
You just tell him what you want, and then he makes it.
As far as I know, I mean, I haven't dove too much into his wedge abilities. I just, we've been the breakfast ball. We've been working together with him on stuff for years, and I hit him up and I was telling him that I'm kind of on this getting the big stuff out of my bag. Probably not going to happen with the driver because I'm I like the driver.
The sub 70 driver coming soon.
You know what? Eric said that if he didn't have to play PXG, he'd probably play either new level or sub 70. I was like, really? Yep.
You could buy the GolfWorks brand.
the Maltby, the Roger Maltby.
Yeah, the Maltby
the
driver.
Maltby wedges.
The breakfast ball signing soon to Tacoma.
Oh, that's what we should do. Order. We should do that for the gross player that finishes last has to play a set of Maltby irons, wedges, and woods the next event. That would be hilarious.
You can't finish last if you withdraw.
Not turning in a scorecard. You just fuck the other person. The whole time, yeah, I'm not last. I'm not. What do you mean he withdrew on the 18th fairway? That would be hilarious. That's great radio right here.
Yeah, it is.
Joe, do you want to go to PGAtour.com? They post the odds there now. Since William Hill is,
I'm so upset with William Hill. Yeah, I'll log into PGAtour.com. Does the odds now?
Yep.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, they even post those like in the middle of an event.
In the middle of the event,
like,
yeah.
Over and under on random.
I don't know if they'll be up right now. Maybe if we go to not leaderboard, but we go to the actual schedule and click on the event.
Yeah, I don't see it on there.
Overview, past results, core stats, Pacific Palisades.
Maybe your IP from Vegas is getting flagged, so they don't show you that content.
That's that. You got to get that VPN, Vegas Pickleball Network.
So Neiman won last year, gone. Bubba Watson, top 5, gone.
All right, I pulled something up, so we'll see. I don't know how accurate it is, but favorite John Rahm 8-1, Rory McIlroy 10-1, Scotty Scheffler 11-1, Tony Finau and Justin Thomas, along with Xander 16-1, Max Homa, Colin Morikawa 20-1, Cantlay 25-1, Hovland, Sung Jae, Sam Burns 28-1, Cam Young, Jordan Spieth 33-1, Will Zalatoris 35-1, Jason Day, Matt Fitzpatrick, Tom Kim 40-1, Hideki, Terrell Hatton 45-1, Sahith Theegala 66-1, Nick Taylor 100-1, coming off a great finish. Tom Hoagie 125-1, Bo Hostler 150-1, JT Poston and Cam Davis 175-1. At the bottom, 100-1. Ryan Brem, Nick Watney, Marcus Bird, Robert Streb, Kelly Craft, Chad Ramey, and Max McGreevy.
Nice. So I didn't update our standings on the thing. I'll do that and we'll have it for next week. But Jeremy won the week with his Sam Burns pick. Then Joe came in second with Tom Kim. And Taylor got off to a really bad start first day, couldn't recover, missed a cut. So my first time taking him where he missed a cut, kind of bummed at that. But, shit happens.
That it do.
So Jeremy extended his lead. And
I'm on a hot streak.
Yeah, sir, you are up first for this week's pick.
All right, I am going with the X-Man.
Xavier McDaniels.
Yeah. Yes. I
Xander.
haven't heard that name in a while.
16-1. Is that what you said, Joe?
Yep.
16-1. Jeremy. All right, Joe.
Now, are you guys rolling with, when you do your one and dones with birdies and bourbon, are you rolling with the same pick?
I have been, but I did not this past week.
I did not this past week for sure.
Yeah, you had.
I've done a couple of like that for me.
Yeah, I was picking whoever I picked here for that, but I went with Finau this last week. Just had a feeling he was going to do good, but it didn't happen. But I got some money out of it. I'm still. You see that at 31 strokes better than fucking Cal and down
Dude,
$2 million.
I'm killing it.
Yeah, you are
killing it with those strokes to par. So I think this might be the first week where I can call it out, where I'm going to match up my pick on CDP and go for the one and done as well. Great showing this past weekend at the WMBO. I think I'm going to roll Jason Day at 40-1.
Look at you. 40-1. Big boy. Yeah, easy pick for me. Homa.
20-1. Yeah, I'd pull Homa, but I already picked him in the one and done. So.
Oh, did you? Who'd you have him?
I did. Yeah.
Where did you take him?
I can't remember.
It wasn't Farmers.
Well, this week is not an elevated event. It's a designated event. Okay?
It's a designated event with elevated points and purses. There.
It's just it's funny when people keep saying like elevated and they're trying to push the designated, like, no, it's fucking elevated. Get out of here.
It's a lot of fucking money. That wasn't as much fucking money as last year.
Yeah, it's fucking elevated. It's not. It's designated to be elevated.
We are designating this elevated. It is now elevated. Crazy money. 3.6 million. Is that what Scheffler won?
Yeah, it was like the biggest purse ever, right?
Oh yeah, for a regular, tour event. Well,
yeah.
I mean, it's not a regular tour event. It's designated elevated.
Yeah.
It's a DE event. PGA Tour DE 23. Just keep going.
D&E.
Yeah, we're 2 weeks out from Live as well, and they're playing at Mayakoba.
Yeah,
which the PGA Tour is no longer playing in Mayakoba.
Mm-hmm. And we're 4 weeks out from Masters?
Is it 4 weeks?
No, it's not 4 weeks. It's 8 weeks.
Maybe 5 weeks.
No, it's in April. It's the first weekend of April or
April,
the second weekend of February.
We're like 8
weeks,
maybe 6 weeks. 7 weeks. But we're 4 weeks out from Players.
I have a countdown on my phone. I'll tell you how exactly we are.
So
we are 52 days. 52 days. Me and Dan
will probably be abandoned during the Players. So
thought you weren't going to Bandon.
Who knows?
Exactly.
Well, we bought flights to Eugene, so we're going somewhere in Oregon.
Diamond Woods, baby. I told you all day.
We'll find out on Friday. Yeah. We'll find out on Friday because that's when we can book. Worst case, we go to Bend.
Go play Crossings too.
Times, so. Yeah, and
Crossings
Scott
is amazing.
said the bar run spot out there too.
Yeah, that's not far from Eugene, or is it in?
Yeah,
Eugene?
it's in Rosenberg. It's in Rosenberg.
Yeah. Well, then you go see Bradley.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. It's still to be determined. We'll find out Friday at the latest.
Nice. Are you gonna watch Live at all?
On CW or YouTube?
Well, I haven't got confirmation that I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't think it's gonna be on YouTube. I think part of the CW deal was we have exclusivity.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean,
Set your DVR.
obviously, gonna try and tune in at least at some point just to see what it looks like. So I don't know. We'll
Do you
see.
think?
It
Do you,
maybe.
do you think Rory laid an egg deliberately this week? You could tell he just did not really care to be at this event,
So I mean, well, what they can only miss one designated event every
and he
year or something
and
like that.
he missed
He
Kapalua,
missed
so he had
Kapalua.
to go to this.
He had to go to this. So I don't think he really wanted to be there. No, I don't. I don't think so. But
It's
I don't
just
think
not
he
his.
deliberately laid an egg. I just think it's probably not his favorite place or course to play.
I mean, number one player in the world, and he got like 0 TV time,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
I don't think it was deliberate. I just don't think he vibes with it.
Oh, you can totally
You
tell
know?
he doesn't, and you guys are like, yeah, he's gonna play Kapalua next year just so he doesn't have to go to Phoenix.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, why would you not go to Kapalua? I mean,
Small field for bigger money.
yeah, it's in Hawaii. I mean, but Rory was on his DP tour run out there, so I mean, it kind of paid out for him. He won the
Yeah.
Dubai, and
Yeah, you're gonna have to pick. Gonna
yeah.
have to choose. Gonna have to pick and choose. Okay, Jeremy.
You want to know my hot take?
Well, I was trying to get the sad piano going, but it just don't want to. So, yeah, the hot take with Stat Guy.
We already talked a little bit about it. Just the whole atmosphere at Waste Management. Not my jam. I'm not a party person. I'm not an anti-fun guy, but golf for me is like I'm a stuffy old head golfer. That's how I am. I don't enjoy watching the Waste Management crowds and the streakers, and I was all about the golf course though. That was the only reason I watched that is I love that course. I want to play it someday, but I could totally do without the party atmosphere. That's going to be a pretty rare take on that because I think a lot of people like it, and I am super glad it's once a year. But I think some of it spills over to other events, like the obnoxious mashed potatoes guys or stuff like that at the U.S. Open pisses me off. It's just that makes me cringe so hard. It's just not my jam.
Well, I actually unfollowed the Golf Gods account because all I kept seeing was their shit popping up with drunken, stupid people doing stupid shit because they're drunk. You know, posting a video of somebody following a guy who fucking shit his pants. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to watch
Yeah.
this. I have no desire. Why get off my fucking channel? Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't follow any golf meme pages. I unfollowed all of them because it's the same. There's no new. And when they post the pictures of like people wrecking golf carts and hitting people with golf carts, and it's like that is not golf.
No.
How I see golf. I don't see golf that way. And of course, growing the game is awesome and everyone should be able to play golf, but golf is different for me. I just don't. That's not how I see golf. So events like Waste Management or hearing the craziness in some of the crowds at the US Open. I
Ryder
mean,
Cups.
there's like intense things at the President's Cup and the Ryder Cup. I think that's awesome because it's like you're intense, you're cheering for your country, your team. But man, it's not it's that is not a golf thing for me.
I like
And I
the
would
take.
love to hear your feedback on that. Just keep
Joe?
your death threats to yourself.
I do think
I
it has
am
its
Stat Guy
place.
on
Yeah.
Instagram.
I do think it has its place, right? Like it's kind of odd that it's in Phoenix, like of all places. Like you would think that would be a Vegas tournament.
Right?
I heard
You know?
ASU is like the party university of the
Oh my
country. though, for
God.
sure.
There's
Yeah.
so many good things that come on at ASU.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's kind of odd. It feels like it would fit Vegas a little bit more because of the party atmosphere, but I think it has its place. Like I don't mind it too much. I do enjoy watching Waste Management. Um, but yeah, it's interesting how crazy, and it does spill over a little bit, like the mashed potatoes guy. I do get that, but um, I do enjoy it because it's kind of like a welcome back like party to the PGA Tour, which it's the first one that really feels like, okay, we're back. It's the most stacked field that we see, other than Century Tournament champions, which it's everyone that's won and it's limited field.
Mhm.
But you know, I don't know. I enjoy Waste Management. I do. I like the course. I like that it's. I like the finish out there. Provides great drama.
The
Um,
17 is a masterful hole.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Just
it's
brilliant.
great. And it provides the comeback story. It provides playoffs. It provides a lot of drama that can unfold. Um, but yeah, I think that's the place where it has to happen. And after that, it's done. It's a welcome back to the season. Let's go. Everybody, get your juices out and let's go after this, and enjoy yourself, and let's bring the demeanor down a little bit for the next tournaments. But I enjoy it.
I mean, I think it's a great place for people that just want to let all their inhibitions go and just go balls out, drunk fest, wear funky outfits, go scream, holler, get drunk, get shit faced, and like get it out of their system.
Let me ask you
so
this.
so
What do you think the
hopefully they don't.
percentage what do you think the percentage is of people that attend are actually like real golfers?
Probably,
I'd say like half.
yeah, probably half.
50-50, like maybe yeah, I was thinking maybe like 60-40.
I mean, you look
Yeah.
at the crowd, and I mean, you can point out golfers. You know, I've talked about this for years. You
Yeah.
can see a golfer, and then you see idiots in fucking banana outfits. You know, stacking beer cups 30 feet high, just drunk off their asses. They could give a rat's ass who's out there, what they're doing, as long as they just keep pounding the beers. I don't know. It's not for me. I would go to watch, to see the environment and to be there to experience it. But I mean, I couldn't sit there and fucking drink all day and just turn into an ass because,
Yeah, I can't drink all day anyway.
oh God, I live in the
And those
fucking
guys and
pisser.
those guys line up at like 5 in the morning
Yeah,
to get in there, and they don't even sell liquor or beer until like 7 or 8 a.m. or some shit like that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
I mean, I don't know. I've known people that have gone. I've known people that have gone and had a really good time. I've known people that have gone and got absolutely shit faced and can't remember even what happened. Um, I mean, to each his own. But hopefully the people that go there and just go balls to the wall, hopefully it gets out of their system and they come back to their course and they're just an average Joe golfer. you know,
What do you think the percentage of soul golfers are out
zero,
there?
Not many.
zero.
How many of those people do you think have crashed a golf cart or wear a bad
Half.
birdie or
Adam with his.
started playing golf during COVID?
Oh wow. You know, I don't know if those people have found an event like this yet because it's new to them. You know, the million new golfers, whatever. Maybe they tuned in and saw it this time because they've been out playing and people talk about it. But I mean, when you started playing golf, it's different eras, I guess. Well, Joe, you're probably a little bit more relative than Jeremy or myself. Um, were you like when you started playing, did you start watching golf too, or did you just
Oh
were
yeah,
YouTube videos, or you turned in
completely obsessed. Everything.
yeah, PGA Tour and everything?
Yep. Oh
You
yeah.
watched it? Oh, that's cool.
Yep. Oh yeah. Cool.
I didn't know.
No, the first time I remember was Xander coming back at Century Tournament Champions from behind to defeat Gary Woodland. Um, that was like the first one I watched, like front to back. Um, and then the next one I highly remember is I bet on Ricky when he won in 2019, and that was a big one for me because he was like 40-1. I won like $400 on that one. So when I started, I was full fledged, all in. Anything golf content, TV, whatever I could get my hands on. That's what I was about. So
Okay, so when you travel and you go places and you stay in a hotel, do you get mad if they don't have the golf channel?
Mm-hmm.
do I get
Drives me
mad? No,
nuts.
because I have it available on my
Oh,
phone. So
soul golfer.
Yeah,
I'm
that's true.
sorry. It's not
yeah,
about the golf channel on TV, bro. It's
yeah.
about YouTube.
They need to have the Golf Journal channel, bro.
You subscribe to
No,
Golf Journal?
yeah, no, I don't. I need to though, but magazines just end up in the fucking trash anyway, for the most part. But Golfer's Journal is top notch. I
Oh,
wish I
they're
did, but
so good. They're so good.
I'd probably look at it once and then it would just sit in the corner. But
You'd see it behind me up here on the shelf, just stacked up.
yeah, Golfer's Journal is great, but I just, that medium is a dying breed, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't, but it is.
Dude, we drove by the Review Journal building. I told Jeremy, I remember when that was just a tiny little shack. Now it's this massive building, and I'm like, it could probably be a tiny little shack again, because
Yeah,
who
it's
the
probably
hell
half
reads the
filled.
paper anymore?
Half filled, yeah. Yeah.
Who reads the paper?
Yeah. I mean,
All
it's
right,
a website now.
yeah, it's so easy. You get it done. I mean, it's insane. Do you guys have or a favorite golf book that you've read? I know, Joe, you do audible books, but
Yeah.
do you have like a book that is like your go-to for golf stuff,
Mm,
or a favorite book that you've read that maybe you don't own?
I'd have to go back and look, but I'm looking at some of them. I haven't even read most of them.
You haven't even read most of them? Is that what you said?
No, I'm halfway through some of them. Like John Daly book, like I've read halfway through. Zen Golf was good when I first started. Golf in the Kingdom is a great one, which I only got halfway through that. I got Tom Coyne, A Course Called America up there. I've read a little bit of that.
Dang it, I don't even have it in here.
Tom Doak, I've poked through that, and then the Fazio book. I have some up here, but I finished the Phil book that was written by what's his name? Alan Shipnuck.
Mm.
That was an Audible one. But yeah, mostly like I wish I had a lot more architecture books, and I wish I had time to just poke through them more often. But I got a Pete Dye and a Tom Doak and a Fazio, and if I had more time, I'd probably be poking through them a lot more. Wish I had the Tom Doak like Red Little Books, I think they're called. All his shit. Yeah, I have some up there, but I don't read as much as I used to. I wish I had the time to.
Jeremy, do you have one?
Let's see. My dad used to have a bunch, like the Harvey Pinnock, the Little Red Book. There's like, I think Bob Rotella, he did a couple. He had those. I read those when I was younger.
Got some amazing putting books.
Yeah. Yep. And then I think my favorite one that I read occasionally is Fearless Golf. It's more of like the mental side of golf, and that's probably one of my favorites. I got a book from Billy Casper because I went to school with his grandson, and so I got a cool book that was signed by him.
Is that Aston?
Ashton?
Yeah. I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, so I got a book that's signed by him that I look at occasionally.
That's awesome. Oh, here it is.
Mostly, Fearless Golf, I read it like once a year, probably.
Yeah, Mind Over Golf is what it's called. You can get it on Amazon. I think it's on my nightstand. That's why it's not in here. But if everybody can see that on.
I got a non-golf book that's essential to golf trips.
It's called Soul Golfer.
It's called Tales of the Emergency Sandwich. Shout out my main man Dan. When you're on golf trips, sometimes you just need to have a sandwich.
Gotta have
in case of an emergency. Yeah, this book is actually it's literally called Tales of the Emergency Sandwich, and it's about punk rockers needing sandwiches when they're hungry on tour. So
is that an anarchy sign on the sandwich?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like punk rock diaries.
Okay.
But yeah, anybody that takes a golf trip, I would say me and Dan may have coined it on the golf trips. Just grab an emergency sandwich. Have a sandwich in your backpack, ready to go in case you're hungry, because you never know where you're going to be in the middle of Georgia, and there's not going to be any food around. So
or people or buildings or roads.
yeah, you're going to be stuck in the middle of nowhere, and you're going to be happy
But
that emergency
there's
sandwich
a
is in your
really
backpack.
good chance that there's a Buc-ee's within 20 miles.
Yeah, and if you stop at a Buc-ee's, grab the emergency sandwich
That's
there,
where you
because
load
it
up on
lasts
your-
at least 2 days.
Yeah, that's where you load up on your emergency sandwiches.
Yeah, grab 2 or 3. 'Cause they're good. They're at least good for 24 hours.
Oh, that's hilarious.
The best non-golf golf book I have.
What's your favorite sandwich, Joe? Like, what's your go-to sandwich when you're gonna get a sandwich or you're making it? Let's do with making a sandwich. What are you going for?
Well, first it's going in the toaster oven for sure. It's gonna have cheese, and it depends on. Depends what kind of meat's in the fridge.
A grilled cheese sandwich. That's what he just said.
Mm.
Yeah, but if I'm going to like Capriotti's, I'm going Philly cheesesteak all day.
So good.
Yeah, melted
good.
cheese and beef. Can't go wrong with that.
So good. I'm a chunky peanut butter and raspberry jam sandwich. That's my.
I'm a creamy peanut butter with grape and some Cool Ranch Doritos in there for the crunch.
Sounds like junior high.
Oh yeah, I make the triple decker peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Nice.
They're a little too thick to fit in the sandwich bag for the golf bag. I just go with the single, the regular sandwich for the golf bag. But love me some
You start bringing
PB&J.
sandwiches to the golf course. That's a great reminder,
Dude. It I wish I did it more, because the times that I have brought one, it just like hits the fucking spot so well.
Exactly, because it's in an emergency, and that's an emergency.
You need that
sandwich.
boost on the back nine.
Well, no, it's not an emergency if you plan it, Joe.
Well, you have to have it ready in case of emergency. So yes, you're planning in case of emergency.
And an emergency is like a 3-putt or a double bogey. You got to whip that sandwich out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't get the emergency part of it if you plan it. I understand planning for.
Well, okay, so
I see planning for an emergency is one thing, but you're going to
do you have a fire extinguisher in your house?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so why would you have that if you're planning for a fire?
But what is an emergency on a golf course? It's not like you're out there for months and you're adrift at the sea with no water. It's not.
Emergencies are left up to interpretation. Like it's different for everyone.
A sandwich in Vegas, like if you're going to the golf course in Vegas, it's not an emergency, right? Like you can find food, but if you're traveling on a golf trip, you don't know where the fuck you're going to end up, and you need to have a sandwich in case of emergencies. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you disagree with that?
Yeah, because I didn't have one and I was fine.
Okay, well, I was hungry, so you must not have been that hungry. Bob had bagels.
Yeah,
so you must not have been hungry.
I think you just didn't know that you needed a sandwich in case of emergency.
Yeah.
But now you know.
Yeah. If you were hungry and there was no food around and you had a sandwich, you would break that shit in case of emergency. That's what I'm saying.
Like if I'm hungry, it's because I haven't gone without food for like 12 hours.
Hey, you never know where the fuck a golf trip's going to take you, man. And that's why you just got to have one tucked away just in case.
A Piggly Wiggly right around the corner. We can stop.
Go to Macklemore. Travel to Macklemore. Yeah, okay.
We did.
Where's the closest Piggly Wiggly?
Oh, there wasn't one.
Exactly.
But there was a Buc-ee's, and I loaded up.
No, Buc-ee's was way further than Piggly Wiggly. All I'm saying is if you're hungry and there's no food around, but you have an emergency sandwich in your bag, break that shit in case of emergency.
Dude, I'm bummed. Our streak ended of people chiming in on the chat.
I think I'm going to wear a fanny pack that just is like a cooler that just has a sandwich in it.
Yeah, it's just the submarine.
Just wherever I go. Everywhere.
Just pull a corn dog out.
I'm the sandwich fanny pack guy in Vegas. I'll be on Vegas issues
Jeremy, it's 110 out. What do you have a hand warmer? Oh wait, what is that? A
It's like
fanny pack? Is that an
the ice,
insulated fanny
put dry
pack?
ice inside of it, so it's just like steam coming out of my body.
Welcome to Firehouse.
Yeah. You know, I know it was going to be a long day, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be anywhere near food because it is 2023, and for the drop of a dime on my phone, I can have food brought to me. But you know, in case of emergency, I better have this sandwich.
These guys just don't get it, man.
Don't get it at all. I'm sorry.
Okay, when we left Lake Oconee, right?
Mhm.
Me and Dan had emergency sandwiches on deck. You were hungry.
No, I wasn't.
I remember you saying, "I'm hungry. Let's eat something."
Oh, if we were going to stop for food, but
Well,
I mean,
we did not. But we did not stop for food. But me and Dan were fulfilled because we had emergency sandwiches.
Bob and I were snacking on something up front. So, and I
But
had
was it as fulfilling as a sandwich?
I had an apple.
Oh, okay.
Because they had the cold
better
apples.
than a sandwich, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wasn't like craving a 7-hour-old sandwich from Buc-ee's. Or
That wasn't a
actually,
Buc-ee sandwich. That was a
17 hour.
Publix sandwich.
Ah.
Anyway, okay. Me and Dan understand. You guys don't. We'll write a book one day and we'll have a fucking show on Food Network. All right.
You're gonna have to title it something else because that title's already out there.
We'll call it the East End.
Hi, this is Joe and Dan. Today we're stopping at Publix to get an emergency sandwich in case we're nowhere that there's food.
Look, there's an art to it. You don't get it.
No,
You don't get it.
I don't
You don't
get it.
and you don't have to. And you don't have to.
It
But
must
I
be a
get
soul
it.
golfer
Dan
thing.
gets it. Maybe. And that's maybe why we're going to Bannon next month and you're not.
Ooh, low blow. Look at this guy coming in with the heat. Whew. Man. Wow.
Yep.
That hurt.
Well, there it is.
I,
Maybe if you understood emergency sandwiches, you'd be gone.
oh, okay. All right.
No,
Yeah,
but you're going to be in New York. Great bagels out there. Enjoy that.
And the best pizza.
I'm
the
going
best
for the
pizza in
pizza.
the US, right?
Going for some street pizza.
All right, this hasn't been
Actually, that's
about golf for a while, so
a long time. All right, what are you guys looking forward to most this weekend? So we got the Genesis, we got
Tiger.
VGN, we got Netflix. Football's
Well, yeah.
over. So what's number one on your list?
VGN for me.
Boom, love that man right there.
I'm excited to play golf. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm excited for VGN to get out there and play some golf, but I'm also very excited to see Tiger out there.
Yeah, that is true. I should do a readers poll. If it was week 1 of league night and Valentine's Day, what are you doing?
Well, I know 2 of 3 would probably not choose league night on this podcast.
Yeah.
Golf.
I'm sure 2 of these people would choose their significant other.
It's sad that you have to have one day to do something nice for your significant other. You got to be reminded by mass media marketing and the chocolate people that you love your wife.
Who said I'm getting chocolate?
No, I'm saying that's what's driving it all.
The chocolate industry?
The chocolate industry, yeah. Conspiracy.
You know what it is? No, it's the greeting card industry.
Them too, yes.
Yes,
It
Because
was,
Mike
I
Kaiser.
went to Target. I went to
Mike
Target to buy
Kaiser.
greeting cards. Good Lord. I'm making greeting cards after we're done recording. I was too cheap and I couldn't decide which one to get, so I just left.
good for you.
So I'm busting out the arts and crafts later.
Do you know what you say? You say, "Hey, I love you, but I'm gonna go play golf."
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I absolutely adore my wife, because she's like, "Don't ever buy me anything for Valentine's. That is so stupid." Hey, some people, I got nothing against anybody that wants to do it. I totally agree, but I was like, yes, I picked a winner.
Yeah, Joy is the same actually. It's the kids that she wants to do Valentine's for the kids, so she could care less.
Good. Good.
Yeah. But good luck tomorrow at league night.
Yeah,
Yeah, did you see what
Go
Alex
low.
posted?
did not. No,
Yeah, 28 they posted.
20 under.
It was total
No.
28. They
So
shot a
8 under?
28 on the front nine, or it was
Hmm.
one score post. So,
Hmm.
yeah, he said he was bringing a team this year. So,
He said
We
that
should-
last season.
oh, did he?
Mhm.
All right, Joe. Let's wrap it up and get the heck on out of here. We've taken
All right,
up
thanks
enough of
for
these
tuning
people's times.
into this week's episode of the Food Network podcast. Appreciate you listening. As always, yeah, we got a good week ahead. We got Tiger, we got VGN going on. We just finished up the waste management. We're on a roll this season, and it's coming. We're in full swing if you're tuning in on Wednesday. So check that shit out. We'll be talking about it next week. And again, tell your friends, tell your homies. We're here every week for you, talking about golf, food, and emergency sandwiches. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Later.